Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about seborrheic dermatitis. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of my personal experience with you. I'm also going to be discussing some ways that you can cure your seborrheic dermatitis or manage your flare-ups if it's something that you are currently dealing with. I cured my seborrheic dermatitis all on my own. I did not go to a doctor, didn't go to a dermatologist, did not go to a licensed cosmetologist, hairstylist, none of that. I just did a little bit of research on Google and just tried different methods on what I thought would work best for myself. And I've been able to cure it as well as manage my flare-ups and get them to go away whenever I do experience a flare-up. So let's go ahead and get into the video. And the first thing we're going to talk about is what is seborrheic dermatitis. If you're watching this video, you probably have a good idea of what seborrheic dermatitis is, and what it is a condition that causes redness and scaly patches on the skin. This primarily occurs on the scalp. A lot of people think that seborrheic dermatitis is dandruff, and it does kind of look like dandruff, and it might actually be the same thing as dandruff. I haven't really I don't know the scientific breakdown of it to say if it is exactly the same thing as dandruff, but it looks like dandruff, except for it's kind of more, in my opinion, like an exaggerated form of dandruff. When I was battling with seborrheic dermatitis, for me, my scalp, like the definition of what it actually is, my scalp was really red and inflamed. And instead of those like small little light flakes of dandruff that we all can experience sometimes, when I was battling with seborrheic dermatitis, it was more so those big, large flakes that are like really big that look kind of like scales. That's what I was experiencing when I had seborrheic dermatitis. And when you get it, it's not like dandruff where it's like you comb your hair and you might see a little bit of flakes fall out. It's like patches. And for me, it primarily occurred like along my hairline. You could also see it like when I would part my hair. You guys see now my part is completely clear. I did just wash my hair today, so but most of the time my scalp looks like this all the time. But now but yeah, when I did have seborrheic dermatitis and when I was trying to fix it, my whole part was like, my skin is, I'm light skinned, so it's white, but it was like patches and clumps of just white scaly stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And if you want to know if you have it, that's a good, I try to be as descriptive as I can in describing what it is. And for me, my seborrheic dermatitis, I experienced flare-ups for years. So I want to say I started experiencing flare-ups with this probably around like 2014, 2015. And once I started experiencing flare-ups, this is around the time I started really like doing my hair myself and trying different things and just kind of not really doing a lot of research on things that I was trying, but just trying a lot of different things. This is when I started noticing the flare-ups happening, and they occurred all the way up until I would say maybe 2021, 2022, where I finally figured out what it was and was able to better manage it, get it to go away, and just not really have to deal with it anymore. So let's go ahead and get into the ways that you can cure it or manage it if this is something that you're battling. I think these tips will be really helpful. A lot of these tips may seem, what is the word? Not counterintuitive, but like a lot of them may seem like, oh, that's not going to work, or, you know, just not, it may seem like the thing that you would not do, or it may seem like, oh, that's too easy to work. But I promise you, this is all I did, and it definitely worked for me. I didn't have to use any sort of medications. I already told y'all I did this on my own, and here's how I did it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that I would say was a game changer for me, and I think will be a game changer for you as well, if this is something that you're battling, is to be aware of the products that you're using and the ingredients. You don't have to necessarily, because I know like a lot of the products that we use today, the ingredient list is long, okay? Even on some of the more natural and more holistic products that we're using, a lot of the times it's a lot of ingredients in them. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have time to look up every single ingredient, figure out what that has in it or what it does or what, I don't know. To this day, I still don't know the ingredients in the products that are responsible for my flare-ups, but I can tell you I'm a lot more aware that, okay, different hair products cause different reactions, and those products I'm going to stay away from. So that's what you should do. If you're experiencing a flare up, kind of analyze the situation and analyze your products that you're using. Did you just experience the flare up as a result of you trying a new product? What product was it that you tried? Was it a shampoo? Was it an oil? Was it a styler? Was it a cream? Like, what was it that you used? And when did you start experiencing the flare up? That's going to help you kind of pinpoint what it is. If this has been something that you've been battling with for a long time, you might have to look at all of your products and maybe start taking away things one by one by one. Like, okay, well, this week I'm only going to use this shampoo, and I'm going to see if it does it with the shampoo. Okay, this week I'm going to take this away. This week I'm going to take this away. You might have to just start backing away from some of the products that you're using to see what it is that is causing that, because I believe that most of the time it's a product that we're using, and if we simply stop using that product, you will notice a drastic change in the condition. And it could just be that you've been in a long flare up because you keep using that same product that is irritating your scalp, that your scalp does not like. And along with being aware of the products that you use, being that you have this condition, I would say that you are somebody that probably has sensitive skin. Maybe you're somebody who has battled with eczema before. I can say that because I'm someone that has very sensitive skin and does have eczema and other skin conditions. So with that being said, you know you have sensitive skin. Being aware of products that you're using means not trying so many new products all the time, or not trying a whole new line of products at the same time. So don't just go to the store and be like, you know what, today is the day. I'm gonna try this new shampoo. I'm gonna try this new conditioner. I'm gonna try this new leave-in. No, okay, you can't do that because you have sensitive skin, so which is why you're battling with the condition that you have. So you need to it's fine with trying new things. Like, I don't really try new things anymore because I am just at the point where I like what I like and it's working for me, and I don't want to deal with the seborrheic dermatitis flare-ups. So I just stick to what I know does not cause it. So I personally don't really try a lot of new stuff. But if you like trying new things, you can try new things, but I would say do it in moderation and try one thing at a time, along with other things that you know do not cause flare-ups and issues with your scalp. The second thing that you can do that I think will really be a game changer for you, and was probably one of the biggest things that I did, along with just being aware of the products that I use and stop using products that were giving me reactions, is to use products that are anti-inflammatory and antifungal. Using products that are anti-inflammatory and antifungal will help you so much. And these products will basically help the root cause of the dermatitis or the infection. And that is because these products are going to get rid of the fungi that even causes these infections. I have here with me some of the products that helped me that kind of transform my hair and scalp and just kind of reset my hair anytime I'm experiencing a flare up with my seborrheic dermatitis. And so I'm going to share those with y'all. So the first thing that I have here with me today is coconut oil. This is the brand that I get. It's called Simple Truth Organic. It's vegan. I live in North Carolina, so I always see this brand in Harris Teeter, and this is the one that I always get every single time. I do get the one that is refined, and the reason why I like the refined one is because it's a lot more creamier and easier to just like spread throughout my hair and scalp. So that's why I like this one. Now, how I like to use the coconut oil is I like to use this right before I wash my hair. So I'll do what's called a pre-poo or a mask, whatever you want to call it, preconditioning treatment with this before I wash my hair. And I will put this all over my head, all over my hair and scalp, and sit under the dryer for about 20 to 30 minutes and then wash my hair. And just by doing this alone, I've seen just drastic improvement with my seborrheic dermatitis. I don't get flare-ups anymore unless I use something or try something new that just gives me a reaction. And if I have used something that gives me a reaction, this is one of the things that resets my hair, because coconut oil is antifungal and anti-inflammatory. So this is what I like to use. You don't have to use coconut oil if you don't like coconut oil or don't have it. Another good oil that is good as well is tea tree oil, but honestly, in my opinion, coconut oil works better. Well, I've seen better results with this than tea tree oil, but you can use that, and you can even mix tea tree oil in with the coconut oil if you really want to, if you just like the feeling of tea tree oil. But I have gotten better results with this just because coconut oil is just a better overall conditioner for your hair than tea tree oil. So that's probably why I get better results with this. But yes, coconut oil really helps me. You don't have to worry about your hair being greasy after the coconut oil, because you're going to put this on before you wash your hair. And once you wash your hair, all the oiliness and all of that is gone, but the benefits of it still remain. And that's why I would recommend picking up coconut oil and giving this a try. Okay, the other product that I have that is really good and that has helped me as well is this shampoo. This is the ORS Olive Oil Deep Cleansing Creamy Aloe Shampoo infused with aloe vera. Aloe vera is another product that is antifungal and anti-inflammatory. I really like this shampoo. I know they make other shampoos that have aloe and other things in them, so you don't have to get this shampoo. You can use any. I would recommend using like an aloe shampoo, or I'll recommend using any shampoo with aloe. It doesn't have to be this one, but aloe is anti-inflammatory, antifungal, and it will definitely help you out as well. And the third thing that I have that I use a lot, I use religiously, and I also come back to this conditioner anytime I have a flare up. I'm empty now. I just washed my hair today, and I just used this today, is the Advanced Repair Vitamin E Moisturizing Treatment by Silk Elements with turmeric, aloe, and silk. This is really good. Not only does this do a good job at resetting my scalp, but it also does a good job with resetting my hair, because it just has so much good things in it. Especially the vitamin E is really good, but specifically for your scalp, which is what we're talking about today, this has aloe in it, and you can feel this is one of those products, if you like that tingly cooling feeling, you'll like this, because it's got that aloe in it and you can really feel it, and that is going to help cure anything that is on your scalp. So you do not have to get the products that I'm talking about here. I'm just providing you guys with examples of how I have incorporated all of these different natural ingredients into my regimen that are great at curing this scalp infection. So if you have this, I would recommend looking for products that have those natural anti-inflammatory and antifungal properties in them, and you should see some relief. I know I did once I started changing my products and looking for products that have these ingredients in them. The third thing, and this is more so of a don't, this may seem controversial to a lot of people, but it is 100% the truth, because I'm gonna share a little bit of my personal experience with this one as well. You guys may not believe me, but if this is a condition that you are struggling with, then I would definitely take heed to this third thing, and that is to avoid oiling your scalp. Now, I know that there's a lot of hair growth oils on the market. There's a lot of people advertising, you know, if you oil your scalp, your hair will be longer. Oiling your scalp provides scalp stimulation, and oiling your scalp does this and does that. And I have even made videos showing you guys of me oiling my scalp, which I do oil my scalp. But if I oil my scalp, I only do it once a week, and that very next day I'm going to wash the oil out. So just like I said with this coconut oil, yes, we are applying this for the benefits, but we're gonna wash it out after we use it. Okay, similar with me, I'm not just gonna be, you know, going throughout the week just oiling my scalp every day. I personally do not and cannot do that. And if you have seborrheic dermatitis, I would strongly discourage you from doing that. And if you have been oiling your scalp very consistently throughout the week, you are probably causing the issue by doing that. And let me tell you why. Our scalp produces an oil called sebum, and our scalp does a very good job of producing this oil. Okay, ask me how I know. I have straight hair, and by the end of the week my hair is oily and sticking together because of all of the oil that has traveled down my hair strands that has been produced naturally by my scalp. And I don't oil my scalp throughout the week or put any additional product on my hair throughout the week at all, really. Well, I might be exaggerating. Sometimes I do put a little bit of oil sheen or a little bit of serum, but I don't really count that. Okay, so if you are going in and you're oiling your scalp, especially if you're using a heavy oil like castor oil or like some of these growth oils that are on the market, and you're doing this every day or very frequently throughout the week, you are increasing the naturally occurring yeasts that are already on your scalp. And by increasing these yeasts that are already on your scalp, that have already assisted in producing the oils, the natural sebum that our scalp produces, you are going to give yourself a scalp infection. You are going to have this lead to seborrheic dermatitis, and this is going to be very uncomfortable for you, and it's going to look nasty. And I don't want that for you, because me personally, I have went through this. I went through this a couple of years ago. I was not taking very good care of my relaxed hair. I was wearing a lot of wigs and my hair was very dry underneath. And so I thought the remedy to, you know, just help my hair grow and make it appear as though I was doing something good for my hair was to oil my scalp. And this was the wrong thing to do, because when I would take the wig off, I would have dandruff all the way. It would be like a ring of dandruff. I'm not exaggerating, guys. I should have taken pictures. It would be so much dandruff. It would be so nasty. And I was getting my hair done by a professional stylist at this point. So what I would do is I would wear the wig for like a week. And then the next week I would go get my hair done in a silk press. And then my off weeks, I would just wear a wig, okay? And every time I would go to her, she'd be like, what did you do to your hair? Like, this is like, you have so much dandruff. And she would literally be trying to like comb and scrape the dandruff off of my hair because of something I caused because I was oiling my scalp so much. And the heavier of oil I use, like if I use like castor oil or something like that, really it didn't matter. Any type of oil I used, it would cause just the biggest, nastiest flakes, reddest scalp you've ever seen. So that's why I am encouraging you guys, if this is something that you suffer from and you oil your scalp, you need to stop doing it, okay? If you don't suffer from this, you know, you oil your scalp every night, your hair is down to your hip, you can ignore everything I'm saying, but I'm saying this from personal experience and saying this to help someone who may be doing this and is suffering from this condition right now. The fourth thing that you can do to assist or to get rid of, to assist in getting rid of your seborrheic dermatitis and to also help with your flare-ups is to wash your hair every single week, okay? I know some people say, washing my hair every week dries my scalp out. Washing my hair every week dries my hair out. I'm here to tell you that washing my hair every week is what saved my hair and scalp, and what cured me from this condition and also helps to manage my flare-ups. I believe that washing your hair every week is essential, not only in hair growth, because you know, you're stimulating your scalp, but you're also keeping your scalp clean and clear. You're making sure those your scalp and your hair follicles are not clogged. The reason why you want to make sure your scalp is clean and, you know, you get all that excess oils off and those follicles are not clogged is for the reason that we just talked about. Our scalp produces sebum. Too much of this sebum or too much built up oil and just debris on our scalp increases those yeast, which will in turn lead to us developing seborrheic dermatitis, other scalp infections, excess dandruff, all the things that we are trying to avoid, not only because it's uncomfortable, but your scalp is the base of where your hair grows from. If you want long hair, if you want healthy hair, you want thick hair, you got to go ahead and fix this condition, and you have to start taking better care of your scalp. That means cleansing your scalp. I already showed you guys what I use to cleanse my scalp and what I would recommend you use, or use something that has antifungal, anti-inflammatory properties. I personally would not recommend a dandruff shampoo like Head and Shoulders. I have tried that and that works horribly for me. Maybe that works for some people, but for me, that was horrible. I've never used any sort of medical shampoo or anything that the dermatologist provides. For me, watching other YouTube videos of people that use that shampoo, it just looks like it makes their hair very dry. So that's why I'm saying, you know, try to do this on your own before you go to a dermatologist if you can. If you're not seeing any results from doing your own research or doing your own methods at home, fine, go to a doctor. But just from what I've seen in my personal experience, sometimes just doing a little bit of research on the right ingredients that you need and products that will help you is the best way to go. And I think using a shampoo once a week that has aloe or something in it that's anti-inflammatory, really, it sounds so easy, but it's going to take you a long way. The fifth thing that you want to, this is going to be another don't that you want to avoid doing if you suffer from seborrheic dermatitis or any sort of scalp condition, you know, excessive dandruff, anything like that, is to avoid using a lot of edge control, a lot of gel, a lot of those type of harsh and heavy products. The reason why you want to avoid using these products goes back along with why you want to avoid oiling your scalp. These products can just kind of sit on your scalp and just just kind of sit there. Really, it can dry your scalp out. It can cause your scalp to develop those bacteria and those yeast that will in turn lead to that excess dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis. And also it could just leave your scalp really inflamed if you don't take care of it and you just leave it sitting there. I know me personally, I had a flare up over the summer where I had tried to give myself some large knotless was it box sprays or twists? Girl, I don't know what I did. I went to the beach and I needed to style because I didn't want my hair to get wet and I did not want to be dealing with my hair, so it was twists. So I gave myself some jumbo twists. I used a lot of edge control. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I used a lot of edge control because I wanted my hair to be sleek, okay? And I kept this style in for longer than I should have. I kept it in, for me, too long to keep something in that has like edge control gel and everything like that. If it's anything longer than 3 or 4 days, I'm going to start having issues, okay? And I think I kept this in for like 4 or 5 days and my scalp was just going crazy after. So I was able to reset my scalp by doing all the methods that I told y'all that I do. But I believe if I would have never like used so much edge control and had the nerve to twist my hair up, it would have just been a lot better for me. That's why I'm suggesting that y'all avoid that. Now, I really don't use edge control or gel on my hair at all unless I slick my hair like into a bun or some type of style like that. And I don't really do that often. I do wear those styles, but it's like maybe once a month or something. And when I do those, I try to comb it down that night and wash my hair the next day. So it's not something that's just, you know, constantly sitting on my hair. And I don't, when I wear my straight styles like this, I used to do edge control, like to slick down my baby hairs, but I have just embraced my hair the way it is, and I'm not about to do all that because that causes issues for me. So I no longer do that, and I'll suggest you pull back from the edge control as well if that is something that you have suffered from. And I'm happy to say, y'all, with everything that I have shared in this video, these are things that I feel are very practical, and I haven't had an issue with seborrheic dermatitis in a while. I do still experience dry scalp from time to time where I might comb my hair and see a flake fall out or something like that, but I'm talking about those like scaly patches on my scalp. I don't have those anymore. So if that's something that you're struggling with, then I hope these tips in this video can help you. I think they will. Let me know if you've had seborrheic dermatitis or another scalp condition that you were able to cure. How did you do it? What methods did you use? And if you were able to figure out what was the pinpoint ingredient that kind of causes your flare-ups, let me know, because I'm interested to know if that could be the same thing that was causing my flare-ups and you could potentially help someone else. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.